Hello, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do sort of my thoughts on the Nars Virtual Domination cheek palette. So before I jump into that, I just did a video on some MAC lipsticks that I bought, and my sweater, I don't know if you can see it, was zipped all the way up to my neck. And I was looking at that video like, really, Tisha? And you had your sweater zipped all the way up to your neck? But in explanation of that, I am freezing cold. I'm cold. Whoever wished for snow to come early here in Indiana, take that wish back. Snow is here. It's freezing cold, and it could be just me, but I am freezing cold, and I'm not liking this. Like, I don't like this at all. Like, I'm not ready for this. This is like whether you get like towards the end of December, okay, middle of December. This weather is so bipolar and so annoying. Now, my ponytail's a little crooked too. Anywho, oh well. Am I looking cray-cray? Okay. So I picked up the Nars Virtual Domination palette, and I was actually anticipating Nars to do my battery is about to die. A Nars cheek palette, because they had one last year. I didn't get last year's, and I'm kind of okay with that because it had Orgasm in it and Super Orgasm in it, and both of those I'm not really interested in. So I mean, I would have gotten it for the other two colors they had in it. I think it was Sin and a burgundy color. Anyways, I got this. Let's jump on this. I was very skeptical in getting this because I knew Laguna would be a light color, and I wasn't sure if Laguna was showing me my skin complexion, which is a little, you know, disappointing. I kind of think that Nars should do a cheek palette that just has the blushes in it, just to be fair to those who, you know, are unable to wear the Laguna, because I mean, Laguna in this palette is a big portion of this palette. So it would be nice for them to do a cheek palette with just blushes and a range of blushes, you know, from the lights and the medium, and that will allow more people to take advantage of this product. Because I checked on YouTube to see if anybody of my skin color or darker has done any reviews of this, and I came across, okay, so my battery cut out on me, or card was full, and my battery was about to cut off on me also. But anyways, I was just saying that it would be nice for them to have just a blush palette, so that more people of darker skin tones can take advantage of the item without feeling that they're not really going to be able to use much in it. So speaking of, it comes in the box like this, and you can't really see the detail of the product via camera, but it's kind of got like a, you know how frosticles are on your window, so that's kind of over this, and this is what it looks like. And packaging I love. It has the names of the colors on the back of it. So we have 3 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlight. So really nice mirror. It's really nice. It's like, whoa, you know, up close and personal kind of mirror. This is what the palette looks like. So this is this is Miss Liberty. This is Sex Fantasy. This is Deep Throat. This is Final Cut. And of course, Laguna. Laguna the bronzer. Deep Throat has some shimmer in it. And Final Cut is matte. And Deep Throat is more, oh my goodness, I was doing that backwards. Wait a minute. Okay, excuse me. The top one is Deep Throat. The matte one is Final Cut. I think I said that right. This one is Sex Fantasy, and this is Miss Liberty. Miss Liberty is very shimmery. It's more of a shimmery kind of highlight. The shimmer is pretty to top over your blush, or the top over even an eyeshadow. Sex Fantasy is a pale pink that's matte. Final Cut is a peach that's matte. And Deep Throat is a shimmer pinky peach. There is a difference between these two. And of course Laguna is matte. So my thoughts on this, at first I was gun-ho on returning it because I couldn't see the Laguna on me. But Laguna is actually a color that can give me a natural glow without overdoing it. So I can kind of, you know, put it on my cheeks, forehead, you know, outline my face, and it not be, you know, boom bam in your face. I probably won't be able to wear this in the summer, but it is something that I can wear now. And I feel like if you're a lot darker than me, it could be a really kind of shimmery look effect on your cheek. Me, it more so blends in, but if you're a little darker, it can probably, because it has like a gold kind of effect. So, and then in regards to this pale pink blush, it shows up on me, but it shows up after I have to blend it in over and over and over. I think I had to blend it in on my face at least 4 times for it actually to show up. But it does show up. So it's just not very pigmented. So, and then of course the 2 middle ones, they show up and they're very pretty. The highlight is just, to me, very glittery. So if you want that effect, yes, but it's not like a highlighter. You know, some people put it down the bridge of their nose and on their cupid's bow and their chin. Not this. This is just strictly either a topper of your blush, or, you know, just in your highlighting area, or it can go over your eyeshadows. It's not, I don't even think it's not even a color really that you could put in your highlighting, you know, area. Not like Tarte's, the palette, Rainforest palette, that highlight that's in that you can put in your eyebrow, whatever you call it. So, and then the size of this, the blushes and the highlights are 0.15 ounces. I believe the regular ones are 0.16. So that is actually a deal because the regular blushes are $30 each. And the Laguna is 0.35, and I don't remember what I saw for the regular Laguna, but I think this is more, and I think the Laguna is more than $35. I don't know the price. So in general, you are getting a good deal because it would be, you know, 30, 60, 120, 155-ish if you would calculate the normal price. So before I get into swatches, do I say that it's worth the amount that they are charging? But you don't absolutely need it. You don't. It's, I mean, unless you're a gun-ho fan of the Nars Laguna, unless you're gun-ho about this palette is dupable. Like, I don't see myself wearing this pale pink often. In actuality, I tried to build it up on my eyes as an eyeshadow and it still didn't really work with me. So I would only really be using these two in the highlight every so often, and then the Laguna, like, just to add some glow to my face. But it really is a glow that has to be built up. So women of color, Do you absolutely need this? No. I swatched some of my other blushes and found similar colors to these, and I don't hear too many people hyped about this one. Like, I viewed a couple of reviews of this palette, and I don't hear too much hype about this blush in particular. So anyways, am I gonna keep this? Still on the fence about that. I mean, because I really wanted this, just because I wanted it. I wanted it before it came out. I wanted it before I knew what colors was gonna be in it. So am I wanting it because I'm gonna use it, or am I wanting it because I just want it? I don't know. So let me just do some finger swatches and some hand swatches and get on out of here. So, I'm trying to wipe my hands out because they're kind of... This is the infamous Laguna, which you can kind of see on my finger. And it does kind of like have like this gold up effect on my hand. So, it's a color that, you know, can bring... Alright guys, here are the colors up close. So the pale pink, which is right here, that is the Sex Fantasy blush. This is the Final Cut blush, which was the matte one. This is Miss Liberty highlighter. This is Deep Throat, and Deep Throat is like the pinky, more pink, pulls out more pink, and this one pulls out more coral, orangey coral. And believe it or not, the bronzer is right here. I swiped this whole part of my hand, and all it does is give a luminosity, but it definitely does not bronze. This comes off as a little chalky. This is very pretty, and very pretty on the cheeks. This is slightly chalky too, but it's pretty. And this, of course, the highlighter is, it's kind of, it's not finely milled like Becca's highlighters or Bobbi Brown's. It's a little chunky, but there's that. Put it on my knuckle, and as you can see, bronzer, barely can see it, blends out my skin, gives some form of luminosity, but that's about it. And again, here are the colors up close. Laguna, Final Cut, Deep Throat, Miss Liberty, and Sex Fantasy blush. Okay, so my final thoughts on the blush palette, cheap palette from Nars, Virtual Domination. It's pretty, excuse me, it's pretty, it's a good thought. You get a lot of product, like, worth the money. Like, the value of the cheap palette is good. But my honest gut opinion to give everybody, especially those who are even slightly lighter than me and darker than me, save your money. Tarte has a nice cheek palette. Unless you're a collector and you just want it just because, I say get it because it's a deal. But if you kind of, you know, watch your money and you really want to use the stuff or feel like you really have need for it, then this is not it. I myself have gone back and forth on whether or not I want to return it or not. I mean, I really wanted to love it. As you can see, the bronzer is just illuminator on me, basically. And I don't know. Give it some thought. You think about it. Hopefully this video helped you out a little bit in your decision. Palette is $65 at Sephora. As far as I know, it's still online. I didn't see a whole lot of people running to get it, so it's still there. But anyways, hopefully this was helpful, and thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you in another one. Bye.